Hi Taurus, this is your August reading for the 18th through the 31st. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate for every single Taurus out there. Also, energy is interchangeable, so I might say something about the other side and it might resonate more, so take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Cross watchers are welcomed. Also keep in mind that I might be talking about Taurus, but you might resonate more on the Taurus side. Just take what resonates, like I said, and leave the rest. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the animal card before we get into the actual reading, just to see where you guys are energy-wise, and see what we can pick up for you guys. Alright, so Taurus, this is 18th through the 31st. 18th, 31st. Okay. Woo! Okay, I will take that. All right. So we have turtle, lizard, and the black egg. Okay, so far what I am feeling is I'm feeling like you might be the turtle, Taurus, and you might be dealing with somebody who's perceived as the lizard, but I feel like there's some type of outcome that you both want, but you don't know how to get there, if that makes sense. It's like you're moving slow, and this person wants to move fast, but you're not really sure if you want to. Is kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. So I don't know. Let's see what this energy entails. But it almost seems like, say if you just started a relationship or something, okay, as an example, because this is a general reading. Say you started a relationship with somebody new. This person maybe wants to move faster than you, and you're feeling uncomfortable about it, but at the same time, you know that you both kind of want the same thing. But at the same time, you're still kind of feeling hesitant because you don't really know if you necessarily want to do it with this person. So it's kind of an interesting feeling. It's like you're both like reptiles, you know, kind of. It's like you're both kind of, you know, of the same type of people, but at the same time, you guys both have different views. And I feel like this person might be a little bit more of a fiery individual. And I don't know. It just seems like an interesting dilemma here. So let's kind of see what's going on. Because I'm feeling like there's something here, but you're not really quite sure how to go with it, if that makes sense. Because Taurus people, they're very stable. They're very reliable. But they have a tendency of wanting to do things slowly because they have the fear of getting hurt. And Taurus people, a lot of the Taurus that I know have big hearts, but they like to cover those hearts because they're so afraid of getting injured. And, you know, you guys are very generous people. You generally are very caring to those around you, and you like to make sure that everybody's needs are taken care of. But I don't know. It's kind of just this interesting feeling of like, you still want to just make sure that everything's going to be all right, if that makes sense. So let's see what's going on here, because there is a lot going on, it feels like, energetic-wise. So I would like to figure that out. All right, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so we can see. Okay. Okay. And then we have the star card at the bottom of the deck. All right. So, Taurus. This seems like maybe a love relationship because we have the Lovers in the reverse. I feel like you're kind of having conflict with this person. The Sun card is still the happiest card. You might be dealing with a Leo. It doesn't have to be. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a lot of fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But yeah. And I don't know, it kind of feels like you're still kind of okay in the relationship, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of decisions to be made here. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. So it's kind of an interesting thing, because it almost feels like this person is a very fiery individual, really likes to go out and do things and wants to go and just kind of push things further along than you are willing to at the moment. Two of Swords. And it's almost like you're kind of putting a stop, you're putting a halt to something. Because there was something that you originally felt like you wanted with this person, but now you're having your second thoughts. You don't really know what you want to necessarily do. And this person is kind of getting upset to think that you don't really... It's like this person's kind of defensive, but at the same time not. It's really weird. Ooh. Dropped a card. Tower. Star card. This was like a tower moment for this person. Okay. All right. So I think this relationship, it seemed like it was kind of a newer relationship, but it could be like a year or a little less than a year that you've been with this person. It's kind of the energy I'm picking up. And it's like a part of you thought that this would be great, but then it's almost like you're not seeing the potential. It's like you thought, nah, I don't really want to settle down with this person. I don't really want to have a 10 of Pentacles with this individual. And it's kind of like you're looking at life and thinking, I have a lot of options in life. I don't feel very stable with the one that I think I might choose. Because a part of you is thinking maybe, you know, you're both two, like, it's almost like in your mind, you're looking at this person like you guys are just in two different parts of life. Like, it's weird because it's almost like you want to settle down, but at the same time, this person likes to keep things spontaneous, likes to do things that are fun and adventurous. So you might be dealing with a Sagittarius, but it's almost like in your mind, you know, Taurus thrives off of structure. They thrive off of stability and routine. And I feel like this person doesn't really like routine. And I think that in your mind, you're looking at this like we're just two different people. There was passion here, yes, but I don't think that I am willing to really try and work this out with this person because I think we're both in two different places at the same time, you know? It's like this person wants something different from me, but I don't know if I can really give this to this person. And this person was very defensive because I think that this person really wanted to actually celebrate and have something with you. But I think they're coming to that realization that obviously it's coming to an end. And it's almost like this person feels like they're not going to get their wish fulfillment in this relationship. And it kind of hurts them, but they're trying to move past it. But they don't really know how at the same time. So it's kind of like this was a tower moment for this person because this person actually was enjoying your company and was actually having fun, but this person realized maybe they need to like put down their defenses a little because it kind of caught them off guard. So they didn't feel like they were protected in the moment, but at the same time, they kind of felt like it was going to lead to that point, if that made sense. It's almost like this person suspected that this was going to happen, but didn't think it was going to happen right then and there, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like, you wanted to heal from this situation. You want to actually make it okay with this person, but you've made your decision. You don't really want to go down this path with this individual. And I think that this individual kind of knows that. They kind of knew that this relationship was becoming more unstable and unsteady. And this person knows that eventually they were going to become single. And I think that you knew that too, which I think in your mind you were okay with that, because in a way it was like you two were so wildly different, but it was kind of refreshing at the same time for you, Taurus, to date somebody like that. But then it was like, yeah, it was fun, but it's not going to be sustainable. This isn't something I really want. And it's kind of like this person, it's weird because it's like you're looking away because you're the turtle here, and it's like you're looking out there, and this lizard is this other person. It's like they're looking at the egg, and they've seen what might have been, but you're looking out there and you're looking at other options and other things because you realize that this is not what you want with this person. You realize that you two are just too different in that way. And it's kind of, it's weird because this person is hurt, but the person in themselves kind of knew that this was going to be a thing. Because this person was slightly starting to get bored, but at the same time, this person also kind of really liked you. So it's kind of a bittersweet for this person, because it's like this person was happy to get to know you, but at the same time, this person kind of felt like that they thought they wanted to marry you, but after a while, they were also coming to the conclusion that perhaps life would be boring and mundane, kind of a feeling. Because I felt like this person was really an extrovert, really liked to go out and socialize. And I feel like this person would drag you everywhere, Taurus. And I think that it made you kind of uncomfortable to be put in certain situations that you were put in. Because you would rather be home, relaxing. I feel like you're more or less, not necessarily an introvert, but you like to have your moments alone. And you like to be home more, if that makes sense. You're kind of that person where you're like, oh, no, you're kind of like a Cancer that way. You're like a little bit of a homebody. You're like, oh, no, I don't really want to go out and go party or go to a club or go out to dinner. I want to just sit home and relax and just maybe watch TV or something or play a game. Like you didn't really want to go out and do a whole lot of socializing, but this person would kind of try and make you do that. And I think it kind of was taking you out of your comfort zone, which in a way was a good thing for you. But in a way, again, you crave that structure. You crave routine. And I think that this person is not very much of this person doesn't really seem to have a lot of routine in their life. This person seems to kind of, likes to live life on the edge, if that makes sense. And I think that was just kind of hard for you, Taurus. And I think that that's something that, you kind of felt like this didn't have the full potential that you were hoping for, but you felt like you needed to end it now because better sooner than later. And you didn't want to hurt this person, or vice versa. Maybe that this was the other way around for you, Taurus, and maybe you just didn't really want this to be necessarily a thing. But I don't know. It just seems kind of like this person fought you a little bit. I think this person said some mean, harsh words. But at the same time, this person really wasn't really that willing to fight for it either. It's almost like this person just kind of was like, whatever. For a lot of you, I feel like that's kind of how this ended. And it was kind of a little bit of relief for you, but at the same time, it kind of was a little hard for you as well to deal with that, if that made sense. I don't know. This is some weird energy here. So we have adversity. I accept that change are the best way to learn. that challenges are the best way to learn. So I feel like in a way this person was kind of challenging you to explore and everything. And I think you did learn a lot from this person. And I think this person learned a lot from you. It's almost like you two were almost like the opposite. You had structure and this person didn't have structure. But this person forced you to get out of your comfort zone while this person was forced to kind of be in a routine with you. And it was kind of uncomfortable for that person. So it's almost like you both made each other kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time, you both really helped each other grow. And you have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So this person, I think, did a lot of good for you. And I think that you're sad to see them go because I think you did have some good times with them. But I think that there was a lot of fighting. And I think there was a lot of things going on there that was kind of hard for both of you to handle. And then we have service in the reverse. I feel good when I can help others. And I feel like, you know, you need to kind of go out more and do more things. Because I'm getting the feeling that maybe you're more pimped up. Like you're kind of like to stay home and don't really do much. But I feel like in a way, you felt like you kind of hurt this person and burdened this person. Like I almost feel like you felt like you wasted this person's time. Or this person wasted your time. And it's kind of interesting because in a way, you both actually got healed and you both actually learning and working through this. So it's, in a way, it's kind of not a waste of time. It kind of is a good thing that this happened. But it's kind of weird because it's like, I don't know. I feel like this person came into your life to teach you something. And as though this was really hard for both of you, I think, to sustain this relationship and then to finally move on, I think in a way this was a gift for both of you because I think it was an eye-opening for both people. And I don't know, it's just kind of a really weird, like, she left, I left, they left, it's over, it's done, but it's kind of just like weird how it ended up. Because it's kind of like this was a tower moment for this person. This was hard for this person. But at the same time, it was almost like this person was so willing to just leave. But you were also so willing to leave. So it was kind of just a weird... Like, I think it ended okay. It's kind of the feeling I get. But at the same time, it could have been... I'm sorry. Neighbors are talking. But at the same time, it could have been kind of... It could have been really, I just feel like this relationship was kind of challenging, you know? And it's almost like exhausting. And I feel like in a way, you're kind of happy that it ended the way it ended. So, yeah. So we have here Oracle. Wait for important information. So perhaps this person really did teach you different ways of life, teach you different ways of living. It was kind of weird because it was like the way this relationship came together was even kind of odd. And it was like the way it ended was kind of odd for, I think, some of you. Because I know that with most Taurus, you know, they try and date like certain people, like you try and find people that are more like you. But with this person, it was just kind of weird. It was almost like there was just a spark and it ignited both of you and you both just got together and everything just worked out so well for a little while and then it kind of went downhill really quick. So it was like a fast, short-lived relationship, but it was one of the most exciting relationships you've ever had. But at the same time, it like drained you so much, you know? It's like, I think that in a way it kind of did damage both of you, but in a good way that I think that it kind of will help you both heal eventually. Seer, I see beyond the current situation. So it's kind of like looking at it from a point of view where maybe this person came into my life because maybe I do need to shake things up. It's okay to have routine. It's okay to do that. But sometimes it's okay to also go out and have fun and do things with others. You know, it's almost like this, you know, you have to see beyond what the situation was and understand the deeper meaning behind why you met this person. And we have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. So I think that both of you have to work on self-love, but I feel like in a way, this was kind of a hard relationship, and this was kind of from a different point of view where it was harder, I think, for both of you to come to middle ground. And I think that it was kind of an act of love to let both of you go, to let you both go in different directions. But at the same time, it was kind of like, in a way, it helped you heal, and it's helping you heal. But for some of you, you're not seeing that yet because you're still in that pain, but not really. It's like weird because it was painful for you, but it's almost like it wasn't as painful as other relationships, if that made sense, you know? And then we have the air guardian, shift your perception. So it's like you have to shift your point of view of where this person came from and where you come from and see what it was like for both sides. Because I think that this person had a different way of viewing the world, and I think this person had a different way of seeing the world. And I think it was vastly different from yours. So it was kind of interesting because it was almost like you just kind of went into a different situation that you normally would never go into. And in the end, it kind of ended not so well, but at the same time, it ended not as bad as you thought it would. So it's kind of that really weird dynamic. I'm hoping this resonates for some of you out there, because I feel like this is kind of a specific message for only a few Taurus, but it's kind of really weird. It's almost like you just met somebody, you instantly had a connection, you both it was a short-lived connection, but at the same time, it was so intense and it was so interesting and it was so much fun, but it was so much drama, but yet it was exciting, but at the same time it was like draining, you know? It was a very weird relationship, but it was almost like I think both of you are happy that you met each other, because I'm not really feeling a whole lot of resentment or a whole lot of bitterness on either part, but I'm getting the feeling that it was kind of like, I'm glad I met you, but you're not the one for me. And the other person was like, I'm glad I got to know you, but I'm okay if I move on too. You know, it's kind of that interesting, like, dynamic. So I hope this made sense, and I hope this resonates for a couple of you at least. I don't know. But yeah, I wish you guys good luck, and I wish you guys peace in your lives and peace in your minds. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.